11:56. Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. It is 10:15 in the morning.
I'm Christina.
I'm Addison. And we are Cafecito and Tecito. It's 9:21. I'm at work. I have a client at 9:30. I threw a load in the washer. Alright guys, my morning breakfast with my coffee. And we're going to the grocery store in Asia's car. Ranchito! So guys, we're shopping and I just need to say that I'm not made for this life. He's made for this life, not me. Yes, we do. I'm not made for it. I'm not domesticated or what is it? I don't know. I was made to be married to a rich man and then we just stay at home all day. So we're here eating tacos at the gasoline station, a little salt. So this is our day right now. We already went to the store and now we're here eating. But we still have, I didn't even know that there was the baby shower and Asia's godfather's daughter's birthday today at 6. And then I'm having a party today. We're gonna do everything. 4:19. We just took a nap. Alright guys, we're on our way to, what is it, Camila's birthday. We did not make it to the baby shower, Alexis did, and we're having a party at the house. So see you in a little bit. Having a party! Yes. Come on, Asia. Hey, Cookie. Hi, Cookie. Jump in right now! Hey, ladies. Where are we live at?
I'm gonna jump in. Asia and Alexis.
Are you gonna jump in?
Asia and Alexis. Bring you back.
I will. Right here, Sam.
To appreciate you.
No, Sam, I got you.
For being there for my cousin that I can never be. And I really appreciate. No. Wait. I really appreciate you.
What I tell the whole time because of you.
And I don't think I've ever told you that. Besides.
Alright, so we're supposed to record. We're supposed to do like a day. Well, we did do a day in our life a little bit. Y'all see the clips first. But we're supposed to record our Saturday at I had a party for my cousin at my house. And it was wow. We're supposed to talk to y'all about well, me and my other friend, we we went to, what is it? It's in Houston, the Topless, the Jeep, whatever. And I got arrested with her, but it was more of a, she got arrested and I volunteered, but that'll be for the next one. It's ride or die right there. Yes. Well, if y'all were in my live, y'all saw that I cried not that long ago, because it was the first time that I actually felt that, how do you say, being on the podcast, that's when you're going to be, I guess, more vulnerable. Yes. Or people are going to have something to say and you're just going to have to eat it up. And so somebody wrote something on Facebook and it did bother me because they only heard one side of the story and they don't know the truth. But I just want to say, because I know people are watching now, that if you know me, you know I don't talk about anybody if I don't have receipts. So if you want the receipts, you know my number. That's one thing. That's about it for that one. She got the receipts. I don't ever talk about anybody and I don't ever say anything if I don't have receipts. Receipts are all you always need for everything. all the time. But other than that, how was it? How was it?
How was what? Saturday?
How was Saturday?
Saturday was great. I have bruises on my knees. I have scrapes on my arms. I have stuff on my knuckles.
Maybe a little tension on your head.
A little bump in the back of my head. It was fun though. I had fun.
Yeah.
I do want to say something.
What?
I feel like I'm a part of the family. I feel like your cousins are really sweet. And I feel like accepted. I don't know. I
Yes.
feel like it's a big thing though.
Yes. Oh, now that you've been around, okay. So now, if you know, I have an older cousin. She's older than me. We're almost the same age, but she's still older than me, so that's all that matters. We have this inside joke. Me and my older cousin. I'm gonna say her name, Sheila. And I always said, I'm like, oh, you're older than me, bitch. You're just older than me, but we're just a couple of months apart. But as like I had told you last time, me and my cousins, I don't have a lot of cousins. It's always like she makes a decision, and then it's me and her approve it, and then we pass it on to the other cousins. And for her to actually, what did little Allison say? Because you went to a birthday party
Yes.
that we invited you, and she actually asked you, "Are you gonna eat?" All right, and
Yeah, I think she asked me like, "Are you gonna eat or are you hungry or something like that?"
and Allison was all like, "Oh, my tia likes you," because she wouldn't have. And it's not that she doesn't like people; it just takes her a little bit to warm up to, I guess, feel it. So that's an accomplishment. That's a good thing.
No, but that day, like being here and stuff, and then like after Titi was like thanking me, which is
Something
nothing
to
like, I don't know. It was just very heartwarming. And
Yeah.
then being here, and then like, I don't know if we can talk about it, but you know how you said like you had to choose the people you had around and stuff like that, and I just feel like
No, yeah, we can talk about it. Like there was a long period of my time that I always had to run it by a certain person when I had something going on. And it was so overwhelming sometimes. So like sometimes when I call you, remember, and I'm like, these people are gonna be here, and then you're like, okay.
yeah, like I
And
don't
you're like,
care.
yeah, like you do it, okay. But I'm just like, because I was so used to that whole routine all the time, I always had to, like, it was always, I had with that one friend, it was more like, oh, I have to run it by this person to make sure I can invite this person. But if this person didn't like that person, I wasn't gonna invite it. And and when I told you how it was, like I do it without thinking, but it's because I was always trying to, I guess you can say, please one person more than the other, and it very unfortunate. And that's why I got emotional that one day on live, is because there was a lot of times I wanted to do stuff with like my cousins, my family, or certain friends, but I would literally plan around the other person. And if that person didn't want that person here, I wouldn't do it. And that's the other thing. Our friend, he I don't care. He would always tell me the same thing. He's like, I don't ever want you to do that. Like, I just want you to just invite. And because I would tell him how I felt like that too. And it was just like, invite, like you told me, like, it's just your house, invite whoever you
Yeah.
want. And so that's what I'm have to get used to, is just be like, hey, we're gonna have a good time. Y'all come over. And I think it comes that we're already grown. Like, we're just gonna respect each other's,
We
like,
have to.
if I and then we're so I was just always so used to like asking or telling people, but like you said last time, like, you don't gotta run it by me, it's your house. And like I said, and my other friend, the same thing. And even like Vita, she's the same one. Like, I'm coming to visit you and have a good time. And it was just like, that's just something I need to get out of. But I had a good time on Saturday. I think everybody had a good time, except that at the very end, somebody was trying to act a little crazy, and I was all like, Miss Ma'am, you
You're
was
outnumbered.
you're outnumbered. I need you to stop. Oh my goodness. But we had a good time. My cousin Sheila was here. Titi, of course, it was her birthday, but it was good.
I guess just talking to you and having the conversations, like not being able to have everybody together and like finally having everybody together, like it made my heart wholesome for you. Do you remember having the conversations with me, Titi Vita, Perla? You were crying?
Probably no.
You don't remember?
No, what was I I saying?
Basically that. That's why I'm bringing it up.
That I just wanted everybody to be
Yes.
together?
Like it was wholesome. Like all of not all of us, right? But you were like everybody's here. Like the people that really care for me, the people that love me, the basically everybody
Yeah.
was here.
And you know what? Perla and her husband came Javier, and I, with them, we've always had a good relationship, and it was always like we wouldn't talk for like maybe a year or longer, but every time we saw each other, it's like no time passed, like it didn't matter. And that's one thing I do love about them. That there's a lot of people like that. Like even before me and Vita, I can go all week without talking to her, and she don't take it to the heart. It's just like she knows I know she's busy, she knows I'm busy, and it is what it is, and that's how it is. And some other people that I used to know didn't agree. Like they would get in their feelings. It would just be a whole hot mess.
Yeah.
But now I actually feel content. I feel happy. It's I always say I don't like the way stuff ended with certain people, but it was just meant to happen, and I'm actually like, and if I think I'll be like,
Bitch, you're happy. You're
I
happy.
am.
Like
I
you're happy.
yeah, I am happy. I really am happy. Do you have cousins that you're close to?
Yeah. So I don't talk to my dad's side of the family. And on my mom's side of the family, it's a lot more boy cousins. So I grew up with all of my boy cousins. My boy cousins were always on my mom's.
Oh, so we're opposite.
So I was always around like the boys, and like my brother will wrestle with my cousins, like the lucha libre. Like
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
my parents were really big into that and stuff. And when we would travel, they would always take like my cousins and stuff. But yeah, so I have one cousin and we call each other sisters. So I grew up with her, which she's the only one I talk to on my dad's side.
Oh, oh, is she the one that went to the Galentine's?
Yes.
Okay, I
Very
vaguely remember her.
shy,
Yeah,
very
she was her. She brought her
quiet.
daughter with her.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my cousin. And I can, if I, right now, like if I'm crying and I called her, she will pull up.
No, that's good.
She would, I haven't talked to her recently, but she's like,
It's that cousin. It doesn't matter how long.
yes. So like we've gone months without talking, and if I call her and I'm just crying, she'll like sit there and like listen to the whole thing, and she'll pull up. And she's also gotten me out of situations I shouldn't have been in. But I can legit
She
call
said I
her.
shouldn't have been.
Yes, I can legit call her like right now and just and she'll come. I'll be like, hey, I don't have a right, and she'll come and get me. Or like, hey, I need to do this. She'll come and get me.
What about your boy cousins?
My boy cousins are ride or dies.
Too.
Yes, my boy cousins. I wouldn't say I'm like the baby cousin, but they've always said like I'm the baby cousin. But with my boy cousins, I have to be careful with what I say.
Oh, cause it's all in or nothing.
Yes. So it's like if I say hey,
Yeah,
then
it's done.
yes. But Nat can vouch. I have one of my guy cousins. He won't even let guys come up to me. Like if we
Really,
go out together and like let's say he's with like his partner and like it's me walking and somebody approaches me, he will not let it happen.
really.
He
Like
would
no, no,
not.
no, nada.
Nothing. And my oldest brother is the same. My brother won't let no guy approach me. He won't let me dance with no guy.
Like
Nothing.
it was he
Nothing.
the one that told you the other day, I'm gonna go with you, but you can't wear shorts.
No. So he's more of like a visual. The oldest one, it's the one that's like, can't nobody touch her. Like, can't nobody be around me. And my boy cousins are like that.
Really?
Yeah, they're very overprotective.
Oh no, I have boy cousins, but I have boy cousins in Guatemala. In Guatemala, I have three boy cousins, and then I have what maybe one girl cousin that I talk to, and that's it. And here is just nothing but what is Shayla, Cindy, Susan, Titi, and then I have Liz, which is my comadre, but I call her cousin, but she's really my cousin's cousin. But we get along very good. She's my girl's godmother. But she's able. We don't have to talk every day. She'd call me right now and it'd be like, "Oh, what do you need? I'm here." Like, and that's I love it. But yeah, so but us, it's just us. Like out of my ride or die, I think it would be more. I think I would say Sheila would be the one like, all right, we're gonna do this because we've done some crazy shit together. I'd be like, one time it was, hey cousin, what are you doing? And we're just talking, and she's like, what? That's not what happened. I was like, hey cousin, do you want to go on a field trip? She's like, yeah, but I have my daughter with me. My mom will watch her. She showed up, and I'm like, mom, can I use your car? She's like, yeah. And went to go act a fool somewhere. So I would say Sheila is my ride or die cousin. Then it would be Titi. And then Susan and Cindy, they're the sisters, but they're twins, they're fraternal twins. Susan would be like, nah, I don't think so. No. No, 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 no. Susan's the one that I told you.
Yeah. See, my cousin, the one that I'm telling you about, she's married with like 4 kids, and we're around the same age, but we don't go out. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Like she's devoted to her family. She nothing, nothing.
Uh-huh.
So with her, it's just like platica, like hey, da 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 da. Da. But I wish I had cousins like that.
Yeah.
Or like I wish my mom would have blessed me with.
Yeah, so Sheila's more of a ride or die. Titi will do it. She would. If I call her, be like, bitch, I want to do this. She's like, okay. And Susan, she'd be like, no. Or she won't even answer our phone call, or she'll just send me probably an emoji like no.
You're crazy.
And
We're
yes,
not doing that.
and then my other cousin Cindy, she live in Austin. She ain't never gonna help me right now. Sorry, cousin, it's the truth. You live too far. You be the last one I call right now. Yeah, but it'll be Sheila, Titi, and then Susan. Susan would probably be like too like, well, how much to help her get out of jail? I'll doy un poco. Yeah.
Here goes my $5.
Literally, literally. But it's because Susan, she's really devoted to her family, to the little boys and
Mm-hmm.
her husband. Yeah. But other than that, it's just them. Like well, you saw how we acted, me and Sheila, and that's that you had been around my cousins, well, her a little bit here and there back in the
Yes.
day, and she was so serious. But that time you got to see us at the little ranchito, mini ranchito, she's totally different.
We also have the video of you and your gun because she downloaded the gun for you.
Oh yeah, because she didn't like that I always busted my phones on the table. But yes, we had a good time. I think we enjoy each other now. Well, you know what? We did some crazy shit when we were younger too, like young kids. Did you ever do crazy stuff with your cousins? Never. I remember my uncle bought them bikes, and he just bought them. That's when back in the day bikes weren't built, and they would just you would buy the box,
Mm-hmm.
and the bike was in parts in the box.
Mm-hmm.
So your parents had to want to fix it for you. I remember he had bought them bikes, and he just took forever. So me and Sheila and my cousin Susan, we can do it. And so we fixed the bikes, right? Then we thought in our heads, they used to live in a house in Oak Cliff. They had like a hill going down, so we tied the bikes to each other. I think it was Susan in the back, and I think Cindy or Sheila in the front. One of them is they're going down the hill, and all you see is the Susan's steering wheel pop. It pops off, and the tire goes like this. She done. She's on the floor rolling. We're like, oh shit. And then my other cousin Cindy, there was she was like, I'm so cutesy riding her skates in the street, going down there. She had little shorts on. She fucking fell.
Ugh.
And then one time, me and Sheila, she was in her bike, and I'm like, I'll sit in the, like with a little bar. So I'm sitting in the bar part, and she's going. I don't know how the hell we both lost control. I fell off. My foot got tangled in the front tire like this. She had to run and call my uncle. My uncle had to snip it off my foot. It was so
Oh
swollen.
shit.
And then I'm hurting. And I'm like, oh my God. And then my tia wanted to put alcohol on my foot. And since I was squirming and crying, my uncle hit me. And I'm like, okay, I'm hurting. I'm like, he fucking hit me on the side of my leg. And I'm like, my leg almost got chopped off, but
But okay.
he whooped me. He spanked me. I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And then fell off of the bike. We did so
And
much
got an
crazy.
ass whooping.
Yes. And then I was so afraid to do certain things. Sheila and all them, they were not afraid to do it. They were pinche cabronas. Like they did a lot of crazy ass shit. We would go to the school and St. John's up the street in Oak Cliff, and they would climb this like bar. Susan was afraid. Me and Susan were the scaredy cats. And I remember Cindy jumped off of the bar, and then Sheila jumped off of the bar, And I just stood there. I climbed up, but I stood there for a good ass minute until they're like, "We're gonna leave." I was like, "No, I'm gonna jump," and I ended up jumping. But we did a lot of crazy shit when we were little. As cousins, we did like running the streets outside, playing the bikes.
Yo no tuve infancia.
No,
Mm-mm,
I was
yeah,
like,
no. I didn't have infancia. I don't remember doing a thing.
really? Oh my
Mhm.
god! If we got together, me and my cousins, oh my, we have a lot of stories. My tia, I give that to my tia Velia and my mom. We weren't allowed to just be inside that. Well, especially at my tio's house, you weren't allowed to be inside. Saturday morning, he'd put Tejano on, and he would go and take off the blankets out of all of us. Ándense, levántense, vayan a limpiar. All of us, todas parejas. Sweep. I'm like, I don't even live here, first of all. But I would have to help. We would all have to do something. If not, he would start pulling on our toes, take off our blankets and pull on our toes. We all had to get up. And then if he was up, everybody was up and everybody was outside doing all kinds of shit.
I don't remember, unless I just don't remember, but I don't remember no crazy shit.
Nothing?
Mm-mm.
Not even with your brothers?
And so my oldest brother wasn't around till I was like 18, I think, till I was graduating. So he was like out the picture. And then my other brother, we're 6 years apart. So
Yeah, really. And just like me and my brother, we didn't have nothing in common, like nothing to really relate to until he got older. And I can actually say I
yeah.
probably drank a couple of beers with him and went one or two times to a party, and we didn't do that much.
Yeah, now that I'm older, I have good stories with my brothers, but I see like trying to do stuff, no.
Like Titi was the littlest one, so we don't have a lot of stories with Titi because then they ended up moving to Atlanta, Mexico, or wherever the hell they lived for a long time. So there was like a lot of break. But all of us, my other cousins, we all had, man, we did some stupid stuff. Like we did some
The only
stupid.
thing I remember was my mom had this big ass eagle in her room and she'll throw quarters in there. And then my mom would leave me and my brother, the one that's a little bit older than me,
Mm-hmm.
she'll leave us at home because she would go to work. And my brother we would go and steal the money from the little eagle. And my brother would be like, "Come on, let's go." And he'll take me on his bike. And you know how it has the things, but it has the thing right here?
Yeah.
And he'll sit me right here. And there used to be a Blockbuster up the street
Oh my god,
from.
that's old time.
So he would take me in the bike and we'll go. He'll take out like, I don't know, $5, I guess. I don't know how much it was. And we'll go and we'll get a movie. We'll come back, we'll watch it. And then we knew my mom had to be home at 3. So we would go again to drop off the fucking movie or however it worked and come back.
Really?
Hmm.
That's a cute one though.
Yeah, that's the only thing I remember. And then I remember when he learned how to start driving, he would go to like a cousin's house or like a friend's house, and he would have to put like sticks to park exactly where he parked whenever we left.
Oh my
And
god, my
he'll
brother
be,
used to do that too.
yes, and he'll be like, "Don't tell mom. You better not tell mom." And I was like, "Okay." But that's the only thing I remember. Just us sneaking out of the house while my mom was at work to go get movies and snacks, stealing money from the thing where my mom had money. That's it.
Now I remember my brother used to do the same thing like your brother, but my brother would be in his own mundo, right? But I remember he was such an idiot. My mom always used to drive really nice cars. Like my mom always had a Mercedes Benz, a Cadillac. She had BMWs. Like
She was
my mom,
bougie.
my mom had nothing but nice cars I can remember. And I think it was the BMW. It was either I think it was the BMW or the Cadillac. My mom and dad had left somewhere, and we already had like crunchy leaves, right? So he took the car, came back, but my dad would see how the car looked, right? Well, instead of just getting the leaves, no que agarra la tierra with the leaves and throws it. So when my dad looks, he's like, "Why is there? You took the car."
Yeah.
That's how he knew that he would take off the car. And then one time, I think he stole the car and left it in the middle of the street of Westmoreland and Wilton. Ahí tirada, like in the middle of the intersection, and just left it there because he didn't want to get caught that he took off with it. So he made it seem like if somebody stole the car,
Oh wow.
but it was him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
I
mom
don't
knows that,
remember.
so she watching this. He knows, and you know. Ah,
But yeah,
yeah.
I don't remember. No. Oh my god, how boring! I don't remember. All my great stories start at 25.
Really? Me and my cousins did a lot of stuff. I remember my mom took us to Galveston and Susan and Cindy. I don't know what the hell they were doing. They in the car, and Cindy, oh my God. We're there. They were probably like 10 or 11, probably younger. I remember they were hitting each other hard, man. They would fight. I remember Cindy grabbed, all you see, I turn around and Cindy literally has Susan by the hair and is like banging her on the window of of the van. And you just see Susan like her, she looked like a rag doll. I was like, bitch, defend yourself. Oh my God. We did a lot of crazy stuff. We have a lot of stories, like lot. I'm pretty there's a whole bunch that we don't even remember. That
I feel like I had no childhood now. I'm gonna have
really
to go. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go home and talk to my mom because
you don't remember.
no.
Me and my cousins spent a lot of time when we were younger, like little.
I remember going to Mexico with all my cousins. My mom would take all of us to Mexico, but my mind's just so blank.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember I did have a good, there was sad parts of course being a child, but I do remember we did a lot of crazy stuff. Me, Shayla, Cindy, and Susan. And then as you get older, you start doing your own thing, and then you stop talking for a little bit, and then you come back. I guess after we had kids, we all started like hanging around, trying to hang around more, but it's harder too because everybody has their own lives or whatever.
That's how we were with my cousins. And then me and my brother got into it really bad and we stopped talking for like a year or 2 years. And then whenever we came back or got back together, we included the cousins too.
Mm-hmm.
So then like we started all hanging out again. Maybe like 2 years ago, 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So now I have great stories of us bullshitting, but I see younger, I cannot remember nothing.
Yeah, no, we be saying some crazy shit right now. All of us, we be out of pocket sometimes. That's why I said we have our own cousin thread. That's where we express our feelings. But no, I have a lot of really good memories with them being younger. So that's why I guess I cherish the times that I regret now doing. There was a lot of things I wanted to do with them before that I would tread lightly because I was so, like I said, I was always so worried about what one person was like. Well, don't invite that person because I want to be here. Don't. It was just. It was so. It was such a lot of. And you know what? It wasn't
Sounds
only
like a very toxic friendship.
that, and it was not only stressful for me, but then I was putting the stress on my kids. You know what I mean? Because then it'd be like sometimes it'd be like again, like can we just do something to get like can we? And I would be like, well, no, we're not gonna do this or it's so stressful. It was stressful. But now I can be like, whoever wants to come, come. If you don't want to come, don't come. I don't even care no more.
Yeah.
We're just gonna be great. Either we're gonna be great together, or I'm gonna be great without you.
I feel very welcomed. Just I don't know.
Good. Even being at my cousin Susan.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's new, right? But it's like I guess because not that I don't have sisters. Fuck, I don't know. Okay, so I have a sister, but I don't talk to my sister. But I guess seeing you with your cousins is like I wish I had like
Yeah, because like I
because
asked
it's
you, I'm
kind of
like,
like a sister thing, you know? And it's like I don't have that.
and I was telling Sheila, I was like, oh, I asked Christina, like, what did she think when she saw us together? And she's like, y'all don't act like cousins, y'all act like sisters.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's nice. Like, I didn't even like, there's times that I would write them as like, cause it's three of them, they're sisters. And then when my brother passed away, it was like, even though me and my brother weren't close, at least I guess in my head I was like, I know I have a sibling.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Even though he was thousands of miles away, but it was like, who was I gonna call? So that's why sometimes I go get my brother's ashes and I shake them. No, I'm just playing. I don't.
She's not playing.
We do drink and we have a good time, and I've dropped them one or two times, but it's okay. But I'm just like, and then I had told Sheila that one day I was all like, well, it's because what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I don't have nothing. And she's like, and Sheila told me, she's like, well, you have us, bitch. Like, we may not talk all the time, but like, we are here. We're gonna help you if you need the help. Oh, because when my dad had got diagnosed with he had what is it? Um, he has cancer, but he had prostate cancer, but he had surgery. But when we were all, as soon as you hear the word cancer, you kind of like freak out, right?
Yeah.
And then I'm just sitting here like I'm by myself. Like, who am I gonna call if something happens to my dad or my like even my mom? Like, who am I gonna call? Who's gonna help me pay for either, God forbid, anything happens to my parents right now, but I always think about that, like, who am I gonna call? And then I got mad one day, and then I was telling Sheila, and I was crying to her, and I was all like, if something happens to my dad, who am I gonna call? What am I gonna do? Tell my brother, hey, send me some ashes, convert it into money. You know what I mean? Like, and was mad that day, and I was mad because he had passed, and I was mad because this was going on. And then Sheila was all like, calm down, like, you have us, we're gonna figure it out with you. You know what I mean? Like, you're not alone. But it's like, and especially like, I've always felt like I guess an only sibling, but I did have my brother. But it was just weird. But I do appreciate my cousins, even though the bitches think I don't, but I do. Yeah. So I love y'all. Love y'all. But we had so many good times. We did. And I hope for like that the girls have like memories like I did.
Yeah.
So y'all can have it. I'm pretty sure they gonna have wild stories. They better be like my grandma, my what is it? My dad and my mom were at all of our parties, busting it down with us. My mom, I took her to a party, and all the little boys were around her trying to robarla. And Alexis was like, all right, go sit down. Or it was a so hopefully they have a good whole bunch of good stories.
Yeah.
Good stories.
Now I'm second guessing my life.
Oh my second guessing.
Second guessing.
Everybody had a lot to say about it.
The episode
with the couple that we didn't say their names. But we're not gonna say their names. I don't even remember their names, to be honest.
me either.
But I did, like, I had one friend write me. Well, I had a lot of people like, who is it? Who is it? Who is it? But like one person was like, it was very triggering, like listening to it. Like it brought back, I don't even know if I have the, hold on, let me check real quick. I don't know if I have the text message that person sent me. No, I don't. I deleted it. But basically, that person was all like, it was kind of triggering, like listening to it. A lot of people were like, oh my God. It's because if you think about it, you know what I mean? It's still crazy. Very much crazy. But we got a lot of good feedback. Well, not good feedback, but feedback on it.
Feedback on it?
Yeah. It was very, I'm still with the baffled. So did you talk to your mom about it? Or did y'all talk about it or not really?
Talked about what?
That episode.
Yes, the same day. I think the same day or the next day we went over, but my mom said it's very common. She said it's nasty, right? Because I feel like it's just different now. Like now we see it different, and I see it way different because I have a daughter. But my mom's saying that it was common, like it was common in their times. It was, like to them it's literally like,
Yeah, because when I was talking about it with my mom about it, she's all like, and I told her, I was like, Mom, that was like a pedophile move, or that was like a no go move, right? He's no, and I'm like, Mom, and then I had to literally explain, like, kind of break it down to mom, like, how now at this time, if I was, that would be a no go. Yeah, but like, and I told my mom, I was like, I mean, we're gonna tell them never to say that story out loud. Thank you for letting us in on your life at that moment. But I would recommend don't repeat that story ever again.
yeah. I think my mom's train of thought changed after having me, because keep in mind she had first my brothers, but then after having me, because I remember her always telling me like lock the doors, like she wouldn't let me wear like tank tops, spaghetti shirts. She wouldn't let me wear shorts. I think she was just so like trying to keep me so safe.
Yeah.
So I don't think it hit her till she had a girl where she's like, oh, I really need to protect her. So my mom always had me like,
just telling you all the time, think without,
yes,
think without,
and
think
even
without.
like my dad was an alcoholic, me growing up, so my mom was very like, es tu papá, pero like be careful. So my mom was always like very cautious of like the people he was around, because he was out of there. Yeah, so she's always like lock the doors and like
No te salgas,
no te
quédate aquí.
salgas, quédate
That's the
aquí.
same thing. My
Yeah.
mom, she was very cautious, but the sad part about it is you can be as cautious as you can, but
It's still gonna happen.
yeah, whether you
Yeah.
try or not to, whatever. But you live and you learn from your experiences, and that's why we try to educate our girls.
Yeah.
We have girls to like, you pay attention to every little side is means
Yeah.
something, like, yeah. So we just pay attention. But yeah, other than that, I had a good weekend. It was
Yes.
crazy and wild. Hopefully y'all like our little clips, our little inserts that we're gonna put. It was a wild night. It was a wild, but it was fun. And happy birthday to Titi. It was her
Yes, happy
weekend.
birthday.
Happy what she was turned
30 30.
dirty 30. Yeah, she turned 30. So happy birthday to her and to many more. And that's about it. So
Titi, I just want to say that you deserve the world.
Aww. Hey guys, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe.
XOXO,
So,
your
your
favorite
favorite
duo.
duo.